What's going on, guys? It is Kyle from Subtle Cinematics, and today I'm here to talk about content retainers. So what are content retainers and how you can use them to successfully scale your video production business or photography business? At Subtle Cinematics, we pride ourselves on being an open book for you guys, our community. Within the niche of video production, we see a lot of channels providing tips and tricks on the creative aspects within video production, but what we don't see is a lot of channels providing tips and tricks on how to successfully scale your business and help provide you the information on the business side of things and not just the creative aspect. So with our channel, you're gonna start to see a lot more content tailored to business, tailored to entrepreneurship, and giving you tips on how to get a client and to successfully scale your business. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. We are dropping about 2 videos per week on everything you need to know about video production. And if you guys are getting value from this video, make sure to hit that like button down below because it does help us. It helps get us in front of new creators like yourselves and ultimately build our community here at Subtle Cinematics. All right, let's get into what a content retainer is and how it can help you guys scale your business. A content retainer can apply to a variety of different niches, whether you are in video production, you are a photographer, you are a graphic designer. It applies to pretty much all of those areas. So what a content retainer is an ongoing relationship with a business and your company. Here at Subtle Cinematics, we like to implement the monthly content retainer, and that's for a variety of different reasons that I'll touch upon a little bit later within this video. For example, company XYZ will provide us with a sum of money in exchange for our services, whether that be photo, video, or a combination of both. The benefit of using a content retainer is that it provides consistent cash flow in your bank account. This is important when you're trying to scale a business because you ultimately need to know how much money you're making on a month-to-month basis in order to cover your overhead, to maintain profitability, and to pay yourself out. For those of you who don't know what overhead is, it is the fixed costs within your business. So your rent, your utilities at your office space or at your house, your salaries, memory. The cost of memory is an expense that a lot of creators overlook, but it adds up and it's expensive. So the benefit for you implementing a content retainer is you're gonna know on a month-to-month basis that I have $2,000 coming in from 2 clients or 1 client. I have $5,000 a month in content retainers, and my fixed expenses or my overhead is $3,500, which means I'm profiting $1,500 within my business on a month-to-month basis. In 2020, in our current day and age, content retainers are very relevant, and they are a tip that you should be using in order to scale your business. We are living in a digital era where companies are needing massive amounts of quantity, both photo and video, on a consistent basis in order to grow their brands, to scale their businesses. Now, this is something that we as creatives can be taking advantage of. If a company needs consistent content on a month-to-month basis, what I like to do as a good show of faith is I like to reduce the cost per video on a month-to-month basis in order to guarantee that that company is paying me the same amount of money on a month-to-month basis. As an entrepreneur, that is a lot more valuable than not knowing when the next paycheck is gonna come in. So if I have to shave off a couple $100 here or there, or what I like to do, another trick for you is throw in photos for free. With DSLRs in 2020, it is very easy to take high quality photos and videos within one camera body. So what I like to do is I like to leverage photos for free in order to get a content retainer. So for example, I'm gonna create 3 videos a month for company XYZ, and in order to tip them over the edge and throw in something for free to sweeten the deal, to put the cherry on top, is I'll throw in photos for free. I'll throw in 20 photos, 30 photos, 50 photos, whatever I feel is needed in order to get that client to become a retainer contract or a content retainer on a consistent basis. That consistent revenue is way more valuable to me than $200 that I would charge for 20 photos. It's really easy to just capture photo and video on the same set. It's a really good value add-on that you can implement with... Hello?
If we could sit down maybe sometime, in the next little while here, I'm getting into budgeting time for 2021. So if we could sit down over a coffee or lunch someday in the next near future here and maybe exchange some ideas.
One thing that we offer with a lot of our clients is what's called a content retainer. So how a content retainer works is depending on the client's digital marketing needs or content needs to supplement their digital marketing strategy, we provide X amount of video and photo content on a month-to-month basis in order to ultimately increase your brand awareness. The good thing about a content retainer is we can kind of tailor it to your budget. So if you only have X amount of money to spend in the calendar year on digital marketing, then we can just kind of, whether that's high or low, we can kind of adjust our services to meet that budget. That way both parties are walking away happy.
Okay, so why don't we go Wednesday morning? Let's go 10 o'clock.
Sounds good. You enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Thanks, Cal.
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye.
So I didn't get to record that full conversation, but that was a prime example of what building a relationship early on can lead to. And as you kind of heard on the conversation, I gave him a brief description about what a content retainer is. So we're coming into year end of 2020, the fall of 2020, and larger organizations are actually going to be doing their budget allocation for the upcoming year right now. So there's a lot of information that just came from that phone call that I can relay to you guys, our audience, but I pitched him on a content retainer. Or I shouldn't say pitched him, kind of. I just debriefed him on a content retainer. I set a follow-up meeting on the phone, and from there, I'm gonna go in with a game plan, have tiered leveled content retainers, and give him an option to say, okay, for $750, you get XYZ. For $1,500, you get XYZ. For $2,000, you get XYZ. Now those numbers are just pulled from the top of my head, but I prepped him to understand what a content retainer is. Now I'm going to go into that business meeting with a list of options, and I'm going to say, okay, here's what we can offer you for this price point, and this price point, and ultimately sell our services in that meeting. Kind of a crazy situation that just happened. I didn't expect that to happen on a Saturday while I'm filming YouTube videos for you guys, our community. But once I figured out where the conversation was going, I was like, shit, I better record this. This is really good content. Because as I said before, like, there's so many video production channels out there on YouTube, but what a lot of them aren't really doing is sharing the behind the scenes of how to run a business, how to successfully scale your business, tips and tricks on taking you from a part-time freelancer to a full-time freelancer, from a full-time freelancer to a video production company owner, and ultimately turning your passion into a successful career path. Oh, another tip with respect to kind of how this phone call broke down. I originally was like, because I was busy filming YouTube, I was like, I'll hit you back with a couple dates. That's the wrong thing to do. And I realized halfway through, after I said it, I was like, wait a sec, no. Let's schedule the meeting right now on the phone. That's the best piece of advice I can give to you is, if you have the person's attention, if you have a business owner's attention, schedule the meeting, get things written in stone so that you know when you need to prepare for, and you know that you give yourself the opportunity to ultimately close a new content retainer or close a new video, a new project. We are living in a time where the demand for high quality video production is at an all-time high for small businesses. And the demand is increasing year after year after year, which makes becoming a video production company or a freelance videographer very appealing, knowing that the future of what we do is only going to get better and better and better as the demand from more businesses increases the demand for our services. One tip that I will give you guys about structuring your content retainers in order to sell them to a prospective client is that you want to make the most expensive tier the most appealing. So what I mean by that is provide the most amount of content in that top tier for the best price. So the cost per video in that top tier is cheaper than the cost per video in the very bottom tier. So what that's gonna do is a prospective business owner is gonna look at that and say, okay, for $750, I can get one video. For $1,000, I can get 2 videos. For $1,500, I can get 4 videos. Basically make it so that the top tier is the most appealing to that business owner, because ultimately that's gonna make you more money. The cost per video is less, but ultimately if you have $2,000 coming in on a month-to-month basis versus $750 from one business, you're gonna be better off. You're gonna cover your overhead quicker. You're gonna increase your profitability as a business owner, as a freelancer, and ultimately put more money in your pocket to grow your business. You might have 3 companies on Content Retainer for, let's say, $5,000 on a month-to-month basis. So you know on a month-to-month basis that you're gonna be making $5,000, and you can create a video strategy with that company, build a long-term relationship so that you consistently earn revenue from that company on a month-to-month basis. But while you're still earning $5,000 from 3 content retainers, you're still gonna get 1 extra video, 2 extra videos, 3 extra videos. So while you're earning $5,000 from your content retainers, you're still gonna get video opportunities from other companies. So you can have one-off videos for $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, whatever the cost of your productions are worth, you're gonna have consistent revenue of, let's say, $5,000 month-to-month basis, but then you also have these one-off projects that keep coming up that are gonna earn you more money. Content retainers have been crucial for the success of our company. And as I said before in this video, we're trying to be open and transparent with you guys, our community, to ultimately help you guys grow your own businesses. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys are currently using content retainers, if you had known what they were before this video, or if this is the first time you're hearing of a content retainer. I'm interested to hear from you guys, our community, whether or not you're implementing these in your day-to-day businesses, or if it's something you're gonna try out going forward. So that's a wrap on our video on content retainers. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.